Welcome to the Elite Podcast Network, home of the #1 independent wrestling coverage, available on iTunes, Stitcher, blogtalk Radio, and wherever you get your podcasts from. Follow us on Twitter at Elite Podcast Net and join the revolution now.
Welcome back to the Elite Podcast Network, and ladies and gentlemen, this is WH Raw Wrestling Heads Radio. What is going on? I am Skits, and I am here with Oscar and Tom. What is going on, guys?
Nothing much. I'm just checking if my Twitter hasn't got hacked.
Oh my God! A very interesting Monday night on Twitter, to say the least.
And if everybody does not know what these guys are talking about, it's more news to that. We're going to get that to in a minute, because there's some other shit that's been happening, too. I don't know if you guys were up to date on that. But so, I'm chilling, posting, here on Twitter, getting ready to watch Raw, and I'm talking to Matt from WWP, and he's like, yo, check Seth Rollins' Twitter. I see a naked chick up there, and I come to find out it's a girl from NXT. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I know it starts with a Z.
I think it's Zara.
Zara, yeah.
Something like.
Oh shit! I just got some more shit. Matt just fucking posted something. I think the chick got fired. I'm not sure. I have to read this.
God.
Like in a minute. I want to fucking post or retweet, and if you guys want, you guys can read this on my Twitter, WH Skits. Actually, you also can read it on the Wrestling Heads. But the chick is from NXT, and it was a naked post of hers. And for those that don't know, Seth Rollins is engaged right now at the moment, and so it wasn't looking so good for him, because later on, I'm in this group with a couple guys, from this league that we're in on WWE 2K15 game, and they Seth Rollins' fiance posted a naked photo of the dude. So, yeah, there's a leaked photo out there, Seth Rollins too, for the ladies out there. So, it's definitely real out there. Not also bad news for Seth Rollins. Some chick from Canada was on his radio show, another side chick, particularly saying, her and Seth were messing around on Instagram and Snapchat and just airing out the dirty shit. So that interview's up somewhere on somebody's dirt sheet. You can listen to that. But fuck those guys that are interviewing her, because they basically tried to bury Seth Rollins on that shit too. But it's definitely a bad look right now, because Seth Rollins is the Money in the Bank winner. His push is amazing right now, and bad news. And I'm blaming Matt for that, because last night we talked about what if something like that happened, and the jinx definitely happened. I'm pissed.
Yeah, it literally just came out of nowhere. Like you said, I was talking with some people, and they're like, "Yo, check out Rollins' Twitter. There's a naked chick from I don't think she's not on NXT, the show that they have on the network. She's still kind of getting in developmental. She's still working in the Performance Center." And I was like, wait, why would Seth Rollins post that? And then they see it. And so then that goes by and everyone's talking about that. And then a little while later, like, why is it making pictures of Seth Rollins on Twitter? I was like, what is going on? It seems really odd that this just came out of nowhere. And, you know, why would Seth Rollins, first of all, post that? I don't think it was him. I think we can all agree on that. Pretty sure. I don't know who got into his Twitter and did that. But, yeah, like Skip said, it's not looking good for Seth Rollins. It's not looking good for Zara down in NXT. Definitely a messy situation. I don't know. It's crazy that this just came out of nowhere. And I know people, it's funny because people are going to be talking about this over Monday Night Raw. People are going to forget that Raw ever happened.
Yeah. Well, my comments on all this is that, okay, I guess what's her name, Cesaro, could get released because this photo got released, and it seems like it looks like it was recent too. So you know how WWE are so and now they're anti just putting out sexual contact around. You know, I could see her getting released possibly. As for Seth Rollins, it's tough because it's to me it seems like it's not fair if they suspend him or fine him because it could get hacked. You know, he might not be the one that posted that shit. You know, it's not his fault. You know, but I could give him a little punishment, not no fucking, big time punishment. You know, I mean, that's all I can pretty much say for Seth Rollins' sake. But I just read what Matt sent you, and I thought that was
Yeah, I read. I just read it too. Like it seemed like the fiance was basically posted that photo of Seth, his photo out there to make him get fired. But it's like that's like some personal type of shit. That's not some wrestling shit. And I don't see, them getting rid of one of their top stars. Then him go to a different promotion and become another top star there. It was making WWE look retarded. So, if anything, if they got to get rid of somebody out of that, it's got to be the girl. Maybe a little punishment from Steph. Maybe I don't know. Maybe like a suspension. I don't know. Not a long suspension. Just to be fair, 'cause they can get sued if they were to get rid of her and not do nothing to Steph. Or I don't know. They can just ignore it, I guess. Which that's probably going to happen.
It's something that's weird because, I mean, what can WWE consider as punishment? It's, a private matter. It's not like it's a drug charge or, he was drinking and driving or something along those lines where like a crime or doing something bad. It was just something in his private life. But I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see if anything comes of this. If WWE decides they don't want to push Seth Rollins, I don't know. I can't see this hurting him too much. It's probably
me neither.
Yeah, it probably doesn't help him. But I don't know. It's definitely.
And let's not forget the chick from Canada too, airing out her dirty laundry too. Like that's somebody. Let's not forget about her too. So she's sitting there too. It's like whoever these guys are that got her on the radio show. There's some assholes. It's like they really ruined Steph's career. That's fucked up shit.
It's definitely a messy situation, and it came out of nowhere. It was just watching Raw, and then this all happens, and then this is what everybody's really talking about.
Yeah, it definitely couldn't have been Seth that posted that. You know why? Because the reason why I said that because it just started, like Raw just started, and it was 1 minute when the Raw intro was on, so it definitely couldn't have been Seth. So that posted that.
Yeah. That's crazy. This is all a trip. I'll tell you that right now. This is all a fucking trip. Like I said, let's just hope nothing bad happens to Seth Rollins. All this, this is freaking insane. Seth Rollins is my top favorite wrestler in the WWE. I just hope that that doesn't get him in big trouble. It's kind of hard to speak about all this now.
Yeah. I think we might as well talk about Raw real quick. Real quick. It really wasn't great tonight. Just like Tom said, what the highlight was of Raw, and it wasn't even on Raw. But we opened up Raw with Roman Reigns cutting a promo, basically talking about the match with Fastlane, him and Daniel Bryan, and basically he gets interrupted by Daniel Bryan in the promo, and of course the Authority gets involved with it, and with Big Show and Kane coming down, and of course what Theater Alone would do is put them in a tag match. So Big Show and Kane would win at Roman Reigns, and it was basically a no decision match. They had to call the match, and they said later on in that night it would be Seth Rollins teaming up with Big Show, Kane, and the J&J Security against those two. So that was supposed to happen later, which we'll get into in a bit. But that matchup really wasn't like a matchup to really like discuss right now. So we might as well talk about the next match with Seth Rollins and him and Ryback. Honestly, I know I shit on Ryback a lot, but I think when Ryback's in the ring with certain guys, he's good in the matchup. Would you guys agree with that? That Ryback is kind of improving a little bit in the ring?
It's hard for me to say improving. I just feel like WWE wants to push this guy as a top guy. I mean, they had their chance during the CM Punk time, but it didn't work out. But in ring wise, I don't know. I'm
not saying that he's a fucking Kyle O'Reilly or something. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying. I know. I mean, he's better than he usually is. It's hard for me to say. I still see the same thing. I don't see nothing new about him.
What about you, Tom?
I can't really say that Ryback's improving. It's just, I think when certain guys are out there, no matter who it is, a guy like Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, guys like that, they could go out there with anybody and have a good match. So it's tough to really judge, Ryback off of, going against guys like that. When he goes against, people not up to those guys' caliber, he's not really that good in the ring, pretty average, just nothing really special about him.
Yeah, I definitely understand where you guys are coming from. Ryback not getting no love here on the show. I'm trying to give him some love, not working. I used to shit on Ryback so much like a while back here on the show, but when I saw them book Ryback versus Seth Rollins, I'm like, why are they not pushing this whole Ziggler Ryback thing, that they've been talking about? Do you guys even think that's still going to happen, or do you think that was just like a one-time thing on SmackDown with the matching belts?
I think it's a one-time kind of thing. I don't really seeing it kind of develop past that. Maybe it could turn into something. It just depends on what WWE is going to do, I think, with Dolph Ziggler. Do they want to continue pushing him as a singles guy? Or I feel like they're going to kind of put him as the same right as Cesaro, where if they have nothing to do with him, might as well team him up with Ryback and see where it goes from there. But I wouldn't like to see that. I don't really. I mean, the Dolph Ziggler Ryback team was cool, but I think it was better suited as a one-time kind of gig as opposed to a permanent tag team.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say about that, Oscar, or you want to?
No, not really. I just I think I already did answer. It's like what Just Tom said. I just feel like it's a one-time thing. There's like all these rumors saying they're going to be a tag team to WrestleMania. I just don't see it happening right now. I mean, if they were going to be a tag team, can you see anything continuing? Like, would it put something continuing going on instead of having Dolph Ziggler against Bray Wyatt? I mean, no. We got to see some kind of continuation, but it doesn't look like it.
Definitely. Diva Action Paige versus Brie Bella. I'm very, very disappointed with what the WWE does. Like, they never give these girls no time. I thought Brie and Paige could have had like a decent Divas match. Of course, Paige got the win. You got to push her going into first lane. She's gonna go against her sister, but they basically rushed the match. Just like Triple H said, you got to give these girls some time because it really doesn't make no sense to have these girls on the roster if you're not going to give them no play time. But
yeah,
going into
and what's strange to me is that Raw is 3 hours long. You can't spare more than 3 to 5 minutes each night to the Divas. You can't spare, an extra 5 to 10 minutes for these girls to go out there and put on good matches. It just blows my mind that WWE right now, the higher ups, probably besides Triple H and Stephanie, don't think highly of the Divas and just kind of put them out there because, they're on the roster. They don't see any importance or significance in the Divas, and like you said, definitely a shame. There's tons of talented divas on the main roster right now, and especially down in NXT. So you'd like to think that hopefully this changes soon, but I don't know. You never know. Like I said, divas haven't been treated, properly in a long time. I'd probably say 10 years. 9-10 years, they haven't really been treated with the proper time and respect that they should have.
Yeah. Oscar?
Yeah, I mean they don't make the Divas series look interesting that much anymore. And this feud could be really interesting for some reason. The reason why it doesn't seem interesting because it just seems like Nikki Bella's going to walk out with the Divas title whenever they face in Fastlane, and I don't know. I just feel like they should be having better women going after the Divas title. I mean, I don't know. I just don't like the way they have Nikki Bella with the title. I just don't like it. Why? And why do they choose her with the title? Is it because she's banging Cena? I don't fucking know. I don't get it, but. I just right now.
It's funny that you just said that. I really don't think Cena has anything to do with why Nikki Bella is the champ. Because the other thing about Nikki Bella, like, I know people shit on her a lot, but the girl's got promo skills. She better.
I wouldn't say she has promo skills. Her and Brie aren't really that good.
I think she's a way better. She's since fucking AJ's gone, out of all the girls in that roster, she's the best on the mic.
Yeah, I guess so, but it's not really saying a lot. I mean, I just don't think Brie and Nikki are good at promos either way.
I mean,
maybe it's because a lot of their stuff gets scripted kind of like in the same
Nikki's
way
a natural
where people,
heel too.
Yeah, and both her and Brie have been improving in the ring over the years, so I can't say anything really too bad about her and Brie. Their feud last year was kind of I don't know, it was kind of pointless and it was pretty much ridiculous and stupid, but I don't think they can control that. I think that was another total divas thing. Who knows?
Speaking about that, I think I read something earlier where Nikki said she was upset that they just ended the feud. So it's definitely backstage. Nikki wanted to continue it. So, but hey, it's WWE. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, tonight Paige got the victory between her and Brie. So Paige and Nikki are gonna go 1-on-1 for the Divas title at Fastlane. Also tonight, Dolph Ziggler and Bray Wyatt actually wrestled again. It wasn't as good as the one last week, but after the match, Bray Wyatt basically I felt like he was sending a message after he was beating the crap out of Ziggler. And I'm loving what I'm seeing with Bray Wyatt right now. Like, he's on fire right now. He also that promo that they show later on the show, where it was like another message to like Taker. Like, the dude's on fire. Like, Brady's the man right now. I'm just waiting to see like what they got cooked up for him at Fastlane, but by the looks of it, it looks like they might have like another Bray Wyatt Ziggler match probably at Fastlane, because I don't see nobody else stepping up right now to go against Bray Wyatt. And then maybe on that Monday night after Fastlane, we can see Taker show up and maybe in the middle of it, like a Bray Wyatt promo, and it's gonna be some epic type of dark shit going on that Monday. But let's get your thoughts on Bray Wyatt, guys.
All right, well, I can start off saying, I heard the rumors over the weekend that Undertaker is set to appear at the Raw after Fastlane. But it's clear, all those little promos that Bray Wyatt is, it's all clear. It's mentioned to the Undertaker, and it's leading up to him feud with the Undertaker. So see what's gonna go down. I mean, but the whole Dolph Ziggler thing. Let's have a question. Why do you think it's going to be a Ziggler versus Bray Wyatt match at Fastlane?
I mean, what else they gonna do with him? They gotta keep the guy looking strong, and there's nobody else I can see going against Bray Wyatt at Fastlane but Ziggler at the moment, because Ziggler's got 2 losses. So I'm pretty sure Ziggler wants to get, he's gonna probably come out of nowhere with a promo saying, he wants to get a victory, and he loses 3 times straight to Bray Wyatt. I don't see anybody else in that roster. If anybody's listening right now and you think anybody else other than Dolph Ziggler is going to go against Bray Wyatt at Fastlane, please tweet us at WrestlingHeads. Share your thoughts. Get involved with the show.
Yeah. I think putting Ziggler against Bray Wyatt at Fastlane, it's just a way to set up Wyatt and Taker at WrestleMania. But like you said, Skits, Wyatt has been, he's been doing good, and I think we all know what Bray Wyatt can do promo-wise. We all know what he can do in the ring when given the opportunity. This guy is a star. This guy has to definitely catch the eye of the WWE, and WWE should see that, this is a main event talent that's going to be with the company for years. He's got one of the most unique characters going on in the company right now. His promos, as long as they don't repeat themselves from week to week, always are excellent, and you really think that Bray Wyatt's this cult leader and he's crazy, and and it's I always say it when we bring up Bray Wyatt, but to see him transition from Husky Harris. And it was funny because I was looking back on YouTube a couple of days ago of some of the old NXT, and I mean just to hear how he's changed, promo-wise, in ring-wise, look-wise. I mean, it's like night and day. It's great, and once again, another young guy on that roster that WWE needs to see is going to be a big part of their company for many years to come.
Yeah. Since you don't think it's gonna be a Ziggler Bray Wyatt match, who do you think is gonna be Oscar at Fastlane?
I didn't say I don't think it's gonna happen. I just want to ask you a question of why you think it's gonna happen. I mean, hard to say. Maybe
there's nobody out there.
Yeah, you're right. There is nobody else out there. I mean, is it even the freaking Dean Ambrose and Wade Barrett match even official?
But you don't want to mess that up. Like if you put Dean Ambrose in a match with Bray Wyatt, and then Ambrose loses, he loses momentum for that IC title.
But why not you do something to have Bray Wyatt interfere, and then that will lead to a match at WrestleMania?
Then you make those guys look weak.
Who?
Who's Bray Wyatt gonna interfere on?
No, I mean during that match you have Wade Barrett costing Dean Ambrose the match, and then you have Bray Wyatt win and he walks off.
But
and he does the taker. Then that's how you continue.
It's a little too late for that. The reason why I say it's too late for that, because they got like 2 weeks into the pay-per-view. They got to build the feud in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that's too late.
Well,
that's the only reason why I said it.
Well, we gotta see what happens on SmackDown, because if you see any continuation between Bray Wyatt and Ziggler, and then you're probably right the whole time. Then you'll probably see another Ziggler and Bray Wyatt match at Fastlane.
We'll see what happens with that. Letting everybody know we will be taking calls in a bit. So if you're on hold, we will put you on soon. We'll be sharing our NXT predictions to the NXT rivals, which I probably won't see live, but it's all good because I do have the network. Cheap plug. Goldust and Stardust when it gets to New Day. And the match wasn't even that long because Stardust basically when he heard the fans start saying Cody, he basically left the match and just let Goldust lose to the New Day. And after that, there was like a backstage scene between Stardust and Goldust. And like Goldust was like, "This is Dustin talking. I'm your brother. What's going on with you?" And then Stardust basically pushed him and said, "Don't call me that no more. Cody's dead. Rest in peace." It was like that, he's dead, With this Stardust Goldust like feud, is this making me like more interesting to see what's gonna happen next with these two? Do you guys see Fastlane or you guys see WrestleMania? And do you see career versus I don't know, something match, career match or something?
I would like to come and say I believe this could be a career versus career match, whatever, WrestleMania. But who knows? Maybe how long this match is going to end. I mean, how long is this feud going to keep going? The thing is, though, is that I could see this feud be very interesting. You could make it personal, like example, bring his father into this thing, and then have Goldust come out without the makeup and try to talk sense with him, and make it look personal,
I feel like
crazy.
We've seen that before, though. You know what I mean?
With who?
I know with them, with the fucking dad, and with Dusty Rhodes, Cody, and like Goldust. Like I feel like we've seen something with those three already in a storyline. It's like rewriting. That's why Michael Cole says they're keeping like Dusty out of it. You know.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you got. I mean, like I said, it could be something personal. They're smart. You got to make it personal, and then because right now how it looks like Stardust or Cody Rhodes, whatever, he's in his head with this whole Stardust thing. He really believes he's Stardust. I'm not saying do something to get him out of it. I'm just saying make it personal. Try to get this character out of his head, and then this will lead to maybe a career match, possibly, or maybe even longer. But I don't know what the idea about this happened before, but like I said, this could be a personal rivalry between the two, and it could be lengthy as well if they wanted to go that far. But and it's all pretty much up to Dustin, because who knows what Dustin wants to do. If those rumors are true that he wants to hang it up, and does he want to hang it up at WrestleMania? So that's a lot of questions going on.
Tom.
Yeah, I think they just need to give Goldust and Cody Rhodes the WrestleMania match. They've wanted to do it for a couple of years now, and every year WWE hasn't done it. So I think they need to do it just to kind of get it over with, end the storyline, get Cody Rhodes out of the Stardust thing, bring him back as regular Cody Rhodes or Dash and Cody Rhodes or whoever. But I just think this WrestleMania is the perfect opportunity to do it. Like I said, they've had a couple of years to do it, and they haven't done it. So why not do it this year? Put on a good undercard match that people can get invested in, and it'll make everybody happy.
I'm definitely with Stardust Goldust or Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes, where you want to call. Where you want to call these guys? You know who the fuck they are. But it would definitely. I could see like a street fight with those guys. Street fight, career match, or whatever you want to call it. Street fight / career match. That'd be crazy. At WrestleMania. Fuck it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get involved with the show, you can call us up 347-945-5566, or you can tweet us at Wrestling Heads. Tweet me at WHSketch. You can tweet Tom at 2. Tweet me, or you can tweet Oscar at Sinister632. So it's hard to remember all those guys' Twitters, but hey, let's move on. Now, this is some shit that I am enjoying right now. The Usos went against Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, and my boys Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are definitely killing the game right now. They go over the Usos. That's got to make them number one contenders for the tag team titles. Let's make it happen, WWE. But of course, just by Cesaro and Tyson Kidd winning all these matches, of course we're going to have the Usos probably win. But hell of a match, and they're getting and like I would say Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, Booker T and JBL put those guys over as a tag team weekly, and it's a good deal because after that feud, maybe we can see this team still get opportunity probably in the future to go to WrestleMania, maybe in a 4-way for tag team titles. That would be dope. But Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, guys, you guys' thoughts on what's happening right now with this team? It's a good look for them. You guys want to share your thoughts?
Yeah, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, obviously, we've been talking about them for a while now. Two of the best wrestlers on the roster. I think people want to see them higher up on the card, but I think for what WWE is giving them, this is a cool spot, and I don't know if they're going to get the titles or not. that would be cool if they did. I just have this feeling that the Ascension's going to get it before them. But regardless, they're looking good. I'm enjoying the whole thing, and we're getting kind of a more heelish attitude out of Natalya, and I'm liking it. So, I thought the match tonight was pretty good. Everyone went out there and did great. Of course, Cesaro and Tyson Kidd are both fucking awesome, and the Usos can be great, when they want to be. We know they can put on excellent matches. So I'm liking this feud, even though it doesn't. I mean, it seems like WWE is putting some focus on it, but I feel like they could be focusing a little bit more on it. But that tag division it's not that much. So I guess for the time being, this is okay for what the division is nowadays.
Yeah. Real quick before you shit thoughts, Oscar, it's breaking news. Seth Rollins tweeted, "I would like to apologize to WWE fans, my family. Excuse me. I would like to apologize to the WWE fans and my family and friends for the private photographs that were distributed without my consent." So Seth Rollins just tweeted that on his Twitter. So they are basically breaking kayfabe big time. Letting the world know, it was a fuck up, and yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's just, I mean, to be honest, I'm pretty sure by, after NXT, people will forget about it.
Yeah.
Oh, there'll still be some memes out there.
Yeah. Yeah,
all
but, so something else will happen, and it'll blow over, and whatever happens to, Seth Rollins and the other girl happens, and that's just it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back to Cesaro and Tyson Kidd's tag team, and it was a great win for those guys. But I just, like I said a few weeks, I'm not buying them win tag team titles anytime soon. I'm sorry. I like the team. I like the guys, just even single wrestlers, but I just don't see it. I don't buy it. So, I mean, it just seems like this is going to be the same result. It's going to disappoint in the end. Cesaro and fucking Tyson Kidd are going to end up losing, and the fucking Usos are going to move on. So, I just don't see it. I'm sorry.
But you're buying the fucking Ascension.
I know, and they didn't even appear on Raw today. So.
No, I know that, but you always praise the Ascension. That's what I'm saying. But you're buying the Ascension as the N2 champ.
Possibly. That could be it. It could lead that way. So, but I think they're gonna have a better chance becoming a tag team champ or taking out the straps off the Usos more than Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. So.
Fuck the Ascension. Let's go ahead and move on. WWE, they're just announced today the newest person is going into the WWE Hall of Fame, Rikishi. Former Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Champ. And he just didn't do it with Too Cool. Back in the days, a lot of wrestling fans don't know, about head shrinkers. That's before Rikishi was fat. I remember those days, going to the WWE house shows, and head shrinkers would wrestle, like the Hart Foundation or something, back in the days. But Rikishi, going to the Hall of Fame, it looked like the WWE are trying to keep people in the Attitude Era each year in the Hall of Fame. I don't know if that's just me, or am I tripping?
To me, I feel like it's too soon to put in Rikishi. I mean, he's still wrestled on the independent scene, and even some shows around here locally, here in Los Angeles, for Knoxville. I mean, they could come up better names than just Rikishi. I mean, he had an okay career, but not a great career. I mean, I would have just put him when you have nothing else to put in. I mean, there's guys you could still put in this year, like Kevin Nash or Steiner Brothers or something like that, you know? I'm trying not to say Demolition, but, you know. I mean, I don't know. It's just weird them putting Rikishi. I just feel like it's just too soon. I mean, just look at his career. I mean, you just said the head shrinker. He did some stuff in early WCW. He had a disappointment, failed gimmick. If you guys remember in the mid-'90s, the Make a Difference gimmick. I don't know if you guys remember that. Where they were trying to do was, I don't know if you, Skip, maybe you might remember more, but I don't even remember when you were like a little kid during the 90s where people were discriminating the hip hop your style, you know, the style you wear, your clothing, hip hop style. They were, you know, people were, you know.
I think I remember, and he used to wear like baggy pants or something like that.
Yeah. But back in the 90s, there's people that, you know, that's not part of the hip hop casual. Like, they don't understand it. At one point, the culture, they didn't understand it. They just thought that if you wear baggy pants, okay, you're automatically a gangster. You listen to hip hop, you're automatically a gangster because, you know, all that shit was going on until after the LA riots. And I remember as a kid, you know, if you were a Los Angeles Raider gear at school, you get suspended. You know, that was some crazy shit. But with the WWE,
if you want to start those conversations, I remember you couldn't wear white t-shirts to school. But that's a whole different conversation for another day.
yeah. But I'm trying to say that what the WWE tried to do with that gimmick was that, you know, Rikishi came for that culture, and he tried to like say that, okay, it's okay for you to wear hip hop. It doesn't make you look like a bad person. You know, it's okay. It's not. That doesn't mean that. That's what WWE is trying to do. Try to put a good message out there. And friendly, but too bad that the gimmick didn't work. It didn't take him nowhere pretty much until he came back a couple years later as Rikishi. You know, so yeah. But I don't know. If I say that's a Hall of Fame career, I mean, I guess in a way. So. I don't know. I just feel like it's too soon to put him on. You could wait maybe another 5 or 10 years to put in Rikishi.
Is he even Hall of Fame worthy?
It's hard to say. I mean, he did some great moments. We all can remember, and he did. He was a fan favorite at one point, but it's just I don't think so. You could put him on now though. It's not like he was a 5-time WWE champion. He just ended his career right now and just put him in the Hall of Fame. No, I mean, I don't know. It's just too early to say. It's too early to answer that. Put it that way.
Tom?
I'm kind of on the boat with Oscar in that I do think it's kind of soon to put him in. I mean, I would eventually would want Rikishi, and I was actually thinking about it last week. A bunch of people online were having the conversation of guys or girls that we would put into the Hall of Fame, and would they go in or not, and someone brought up Rikishi, and there's actually a pretty long conversation about it, and I thought he should go in just because of his longevity. You know, he was with the company for a long time, and you know he's obviously going to be most remembered as Rikishi and not as, you know, when he was with the Head Shrinkers or the Sultan or Fatu or
about the Sultan.
Yeah, he was the Sultan. The only reason I remember that is because my first wrestling show I ever saw was WrestleMania 13, and he went against The Rock that night. I mean, that's a long time ago. anyway, but he was with the company for a while, and, you know, I think he deserves it. But like Oscar said, I think it was just kind of too soon. I think if they would have waited a couple of years or so, then I would have been more up to it. But, you know, I mean, it's perfectly fine with me. Rikishi he was one of the most over guys during the Attitude Era, not named Stone Cold or The Rock. So,
I remember he got that push when he was in the first 8-man Hell in a Cell match too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and
so he's had some moments, so I think he deserves it. But you know, if they would have waited a couple of years, it might have had more of significance. It does kind of feel like it's too soon for him to go in.
Yeah, another thing that was another fell in his career, that they chose him as the culprit that ran over Stone Cold Steve Austin. That would, you know, if you guys remember back in 1998, Steve Austin got ran over by a car, or 99, whatever it was, and then it was been a year that no one never knew who it was until Rikishi revealed it was him, and he said he did it for The Rock because of how the WWE will focus on white people but not the other race. You see, in the Attitude Era, there was a time that, you know, that was not off limits, you know? I mean, you could see making more jealousy, and he did it for The Rock because he's half black, half Samoan. He had a lot of success that year without Steve Austin around, and that's basically what he did it. And what all that pays off for Rikishi. You know, that didn't really take Rikishi nowhere. You know, I thought that would make him a heel, one of the top heels in the WWE, because it could have led him to maybe a possible Triple H type push, but it didn't work out. So that was pretty much a fail on his part of the bargain as well. So, yeah.
Let's not forget when him and Umaga were tag team.
Umaga?
Yeah, remember? You remember?
I remember him and Sky Too Hotty as tag team champions.
No, I didn't say they were champions. I said remember him and Umaga were a tag team for a minute.
When was this?
I remember that too.
Or are you thinking of Rosie and Jamal as 3-minute warning?
No, I'm definitely not thinking about those moms.
I was gonna say that.
But they were a tag team for a minute, but then when they basically got into it. That's how they got in that 8-man match for the title for the.
Umaga was not around that.
Am I tripping?
Yeah, I think you're tripping because Umaga was not around that time. Umaga probably just got to WWE 5 years later.
Am I tripping? Hey.
Yeah, I think you're tripping.
Am I tripping? Hey, I'm sorry.
And by the way, it wasn't an 8-man. It was a 6-man match. Austin, Rock, Rikishi, Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and Triple H.
I'm tripping over here, big time. Oh,
yeah.
Hey. You know they say botchamania, so that's definitely a podcast botch. Oh shit. Let you guys know.
You mentioned botchamania. I'm seeing a commercial of Hot Tub Time Machine too. You know what I'm talking about?
Are you talking about? I'm not gonna. Don't do that. I'm not. Don't do that because I was about to say something. I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that right now.
Don't do it.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Real quick. Let's take a fucking call. How about we take a call? Because this guy's been on hold for like the longest, and he might talk shit in a minute. It's your favorite caller, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think it is, guys?
Mark out for tacos.
Mark out for tacos.
Hello. What's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
Hey, man, what's the deal with Mr. Money in the Cock that I'm hearing about.
Oh, what the fuck? What the
Come
fuck?
on, man.
You see, I wasn't even on Twitter really during Raw. I saw something about, like, his account getting hacked, and I'm like, something about him showing his dick or something, so I'm like, what the hell, man?
Nah, he didn't show his dick. His wife did, or his fiance. That's what happened. Because it was a naked chick from NXT photo that was on his timeline on Twitter. That's what happened.
Oh, okay. Man,
So
that's just, that's not even cool if he gets any shit for something that he didn't even do.
Basically, his fiance, she's ruthless for that.
But yeah, man, I want to talk about a couple things. So besides that, I don't mind Rikishi getting in the Hall of Fame. You know, it's cool, it's fine. But when they showed the video, the way they presented him, over half the video was about the fucking stink face. I mean, is that what's going to resemble him being in the Hall of Fame? I mean, that was a little, you know, just the way they presented that whole video, and just a fucking joke, really. But I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the fact that his kids are the tag champs, you know, and the whole Samoan lineage, you know, Roman Reigns is huge now, you know, and of course when he gets on the podium, you don't have to say nothing except I did it.
Yeah, I think that WWE shows the stink face a lot because it's what people remember. And as much as, you know, we like to think that, well, there was much more to Rikishi, it always revolves around the stink face because it was huge, you know. People would pop big time for that. A lot of
and dude, you know what, man?
Moments.
That really kills any dude that has an ass fetish. You know, you see that and you're like, I don't even want to look at a girl's ass for a day now because of this shit. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah,
like, come on, man.
That was, you know what? That was the Attitude Era in a nutshell. Nowhere else would have you seen a 400-pound Samoan in a you know, thong, I guess you could basically say it was, you know, rubbing his ass on guys and girls' faces. That was the Attitude Era, ladies and gentlemen.
And another thing I wanted to say was, and I can say this stemming from last summer, maybe a little bit before that, take away Daniel Bryan, take away Bray Wyatt, I have not one fucking reason to watch their product. Because, I mean, I watch it for a couple other dudes, but primarily Bryan and Wyatt, you know. Bryan gets it done in the ring, and Bray's a fucking master on the promos, and, you know, it's like a lot of times that's one or two only things that I'm looking forward to are, you know, what you can count on, really, and it's just the problem of same old shit. They're playing the same record over and over again, you know, and it's like when John Cena comes out and says his usual little speech, you know, they're playing that same record, you know, it's scratched the fuck up, but they're still playing it, and it's like, Triple H was right, you know, on that podcast. For a moment, he brought up, oh, the people are sick of Cena. Yes, that's it. I don't hate the dude because it's cool to hate him. That's fucking retarded, man. I hate him. I don't hate him. I'm just fucking sick of him, you know? And it's dudes like Bryan and Wyatt that just have them, that are keeping them from not dying, and they still have a pulse because of guys like that. And, you know, it's just, it's pretty alarming when you can only rely on not even a handful of reasons to want to watch some shit.
Yeah. But, you know, if you always want to watch something that's good in the WWE, you can always watch NXT Takeover Rivals, which is going to be Wednesday. You want to watch something good.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, definitely. But there's a problem with that. You're making your minor league better than your major league, you know, and it's pretty...
I don't even count it as a minor league no more because even though Triple H said, you know, Vince gave it to me, there's two different people running the both shows. There's one guy running Raw, there's one guy running...
And that's the exact reason why a lot of people want to see that one guy that runs that one show run it all.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with NXT is it's not just developmental anymore. It's evolved into this third brand that the WWE has. Yes, it's still with developmental. You know, there's still guys and girls on there, you know, getting better with promos and in-ring skills, but then they bring in guys like, you know, Finn Balor, Hideo Itami, Kevin Owens, who are already good at their craft. They just have to come in, get into the WWE crowd, and that's it. I mean, look at Kevin Owens has been in the WWE for about a month, and already he's getting an NXT title shot. So I think, you know, it's not just developmental anymore. It's a third brand, and Triple H has said that. But that's what everybody says. Everybody, you know, knows that NXT is where you want to see good wrestling, legit storylines, you know, good characters. Everybody knows that, and it's only an hour per week, and then when the specials come on, it's only 2 hours. It's the easiest thing to sit through.
Yeah, man. You know, and I just have one other thing I wanted to bring up, and that was concerning Roman Reigns. You know, as much flack as the dude has been getting, you know, I really think even just over the past 2 episodes, basically, that he's really stepped his game up. You know, he's looking a lot better.
He looked okay today in the ring. I'm not gonna lie. In that first match tonight, he looked okay in the ring.
I mean, I'm primarily talking about, you know, within his character, you know, and how it's developing and how he's maturing and, you know, stupid little simple shit like his body language, you know, and his mannerisms and stuff like that. That makes sense.
Yeah. Tonight there was actually I don't know why everybody, you know, jumped to conclusions that fucking Roman Reigns turned heel tonight just because, you know, Daniel Bryan had to take care of...
No, I was just trying to... Yeah, you're good, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, well, you know, tonight, Daniel Bryan, in the middle of that last match, when they went against J&J Security, Seth Rollins, and Big Show and Kane, I guess, you know, not Rollins, but Daniel Bryan was, you know, basically taking care of the match the whole time when Roman Reigns was still on the ground, and towards the end when Daniel Bryan was going to do the Shining Wizard on I think it was one of the J&J Security guys.
You mean the blind Busaki knee?
Yeah. And then Roman Reigns basically tagged himself in and did the spear in 1, 2, 3, and Rollins got pissed. So, and I don't know.
You know, I mean, that was a no heel turn. I mean, that was just him. I mean, he was being, you know, pushed by Bryan, you know, and pushed, and then he reacted. That's all there was to that.
And yeah, it's funny because people jump to conclusions real fast, like, chill out, calm down. And I'm pretty sure, not to shit on the age, but most of those fans were like, you know, 10 years old, 11, 15, 16. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, man, it definitely is what it is, you know. But there was just one other thing real quick. When you were talking about who you thought Bray Wyatt might face at Fastlane, and I heard y'all talking about Wyatt versus Ziggler, but, you know, the way with how Raw ended, I'm kind of thinking that they're going to go towards the 6-man tag with Rowan, Ziggler, and Ryback against Chain, Show, and Rollins.
Hold on. Say it again?
Oh, I'm just saying that I thought that with how Raw ended, I think they're going to go with a 6-man tag between Rollins, Big Show, and Kane versus Ryback, Ziggler, and Rowan.
That could be a possibility. I can see that. But at the same time, Maybe they could do that, and then Wyatt could interfere somehow. Like Ziggler could be going for the win, and then the lights go out, and Bray Wyatt's in the ring, and he hits his Sister Abigail on Ziggler. So I think that could be something that could work. I think, though, in the end, whatever happens, if it's a single match or even if they don't go one-on-one, I think Wyatt and Ziggler are going to end up, doing something together.
I'm sorry, but I don't see Raw getting booked whatsoever at any pay-per-view anytime soon.
They've really done him wrong, man.
Yeah, I think he was perfectly fit in the Wyatt family, and they split that up way too early.
Yeah. Mark off of tacos. You got anything else you want to talk about before we let you go, bro?
No, man. I'm just looking forward to NXT on Wednesday, like most people, and we'll see where the road to Fastlane goes. And as far as NXT goes, I'm hoping that Zayn retains, because Owens just got there in December, so I'm really hoping that he retains. And this is like a 6-8 month feud, kind of a marathon feud deal. But yeah, that's basically it, man. But I'll continue to listen, and I will let you guys talk, and you guys take it easy.
Yeah, man, definitely. Thanks for calling.
All right.
Mark Out for Tacos, ladies and gentlemen. Show him some love. Follow him on Twitter, at Mark Out for Tacos. Good dude. Another, real quick, we almost done with Raw Talk. I think we got like one more match we could probably talk about. They're still building up on this Mizdow. Today, Mizdow was in action against Sin Cara. And, in the middle of the matchup, when Mizdow was about to do the figure four, Miz be like, oh, Mizdow, I'm thirsty, and, he'll have to go out and get water. Oh, I need you to open it. He'll go out and open it, and Sin Cara did like a move from the top rope, and from there, like in the ring, in the middle of that figure four, I believe Sin Cara got him in a small package, and that's what happened. So it looked like they're kind of building a little something between those two. So let's hope Sandow just turns on Miz Fastlane.
Yeah, hopefully. I gotta say though, ever since this whole Miz and Mizdow thing ever since it started, Miz has done some great heel work. I mean, he is arguably one of the best heels in the company right now. The way he's been treating Mizdow and all the stuff he's been doing, and the stuff he was doing tonight with his comments on the figure four leg lock. And he was, yelling at the Columbus crowd saying, Cleveland's better than Columbus. And, I mean, he has just been on top of his heel game. I don't know if you guys can agree with that or not.
The Miz has always been a great heel. Always. I've never shitted on him. When Miz was a face, I'm like, why are you a face? He should never have been a face.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think Miz has always been a good heel. But I just feel like this feud in particular has made him even a better heel. I feel like this is him at the top of his game right now. I mean, you hate the fucking Miz, and everybody just roots for Mizdow, and that's what you should do. So I got to give a lot of credit to the Miz. He's doing excellent work.
Yeah, the Miz is always been a great heel. I mean, sometimes he annoys the fuck out of me. That's a good thing. It means he's doing a good job. So, yeah, I mean, he's doing a good job, and he's gonna end up beating. This feud between Mizdow and Miz is gonna continue on to WrestleMania. There's nothing going to go down the fast lane. That's what y'all people think, but it's gonna go on to WrestleMania, and see what happens. And yeah, we'll see when we're gonna have to wait and see whenever that Raw when Mizdow fucking finally snaps. But then another thing, this feud kind of reminds you of that feud that happened years ago, or maybe 20 years ago, somehow between the $1 Million Man and Virgil.
I guess a little, not too much.
Yeah. The only difference is that this is all about, in a way, money, but then Virgil turned because she had to show everybody that money doesn't show you happiness type shit. So that's the only difference about it.
Yeah, I guess in the kind of sense that Virgil was working for DiBiase and Sandow was working for The Miz, and I mean, the only difference is, besides the money thing, is that Mizdow got popular on his own. People were entertained by Mizdow. He was stealing the spotlight. People only liked Virgil when he turned on the $1 Million Man. Before that, they couldn't give two shits about him. I think that's another difference.
Yeah. Another thing, though, Virgil...
Nobody gives a shit about Virgil. I was about to actually talk some shit about Virgil. Virgil, I believe he had a signing a long time ago. Nobody came.
Wow.
But real quick, guys, this Rumbles doing Raw. There was actually a John Cena Rusev segment tonight, building up to their matchup, and Rusev was on top, which is a shocker. You guys want to share any thoughts about that segment, or?
Well, I gotta say it's a good thing that he's putting out there that John Cena's time is up. He's trying to say his time is up, and he's trying to show you that he is superior and all this stuff. And I mean, at the same time, I'm all like, is this really a good thing or not? Because is he really gonna beat John Cena? I mean, it'll be cool if he's the guy that John Cena's career ends. Is we can all look back and say he can never beat Rusev. I mean, all this would be so cool, but unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna happen. I just think John Cena's gonna beat him at one point. I'm not saying fast lane, but at one point he will beat him. So, I mean, right now they're making Rusev look good, but in the end, what I hear from a lot of people, when that time he loses to John Cena, Rusev is going down the toilet. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I like that they're making Rusev look legitimate. They're making him look strong in this. They're making him look like a huge threat to Cena. I'm liking it, and it's weird because I'm so accustomed to seeing Cena, main eventing. I'm so used to Cena, starting out the show and being the spotlight. And right now at this point, Cena's kind of like an afterthought, which I don't mind. I think it's good because, John Cena has been, the main guy in the company for so many years, and now he's kind of like the main focus is on Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar, and then people are like, oh, John Cena's still here. He's feuding with Rusev. That's okay. That's cool. So I like that. I like that aspect. Like I said, hopefully that by the time this feud's over, Rusev actually is elevated. You have to, even if they go to like a best of 3 series, you have to have Rusev win 2 of them. Just you could have Cena win at WrestleMania, maybe have Rusev win at Fastlane, but then you have to have Rusev win this series. You know, you can't have typical Cena wins a series like he did to Bray Wyatt last year. You can't have that. You have to elevate this guy and make him look really good. But I'm liking this feud. It's pretty good, and you know, it's nice to see that Cena's still, you know, he's still a main guy, but he's not, you know, the center focus of everything.
Yeah, and I don't care. I'm with Cena win the U.S. title still. He can win or not. Either way, it's a good feud for John Cena. He's not like the main guy right now. Real quick, true. Don't ever in your life call Virgil the GOAT, bro. You're killing me over here, big time.
Guys, little mini Twitter battle. What the hell you guys are doing?
We're talking. We're having a conversation.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nathan, by the way. But yeah, also tonight on Raw, Brock Lesnar showed up. Him and Paul Heyman basically saying it doesn't matter if it's Daniel Bryan or Roman Reigns, they're going to lose because of Brock Lesnar. Nobody basically saying nobody can beat Brock Lesnar. So I was shocked to see them on Raw tonight, and basically they just made their statement tonight and saying it doesn't matter who it is, we're gonna be, you know, victorious at the end. So that's what happened with that. And another segment that happened that I thought was probably the best segment of the night. Triple H came down. He wanted an answer from Sting, see if is he actually going to show at Fastlane, and the lights go off.
Did you say Sting or Steen?
Sting, excuse me, not S-T-I-N-G, Sting, not Kevin Steen.
I thought you said Steen, like Kevin Steen. I was like, wait a minute, what?
I don't know. I didn't see Kevin Steen come out.
You just said Kevin Steen. I mean Steen.
Like, yeah, like Sting, you know, the vigilante.
Sting.
God, I fucking hate that. That all the WWE, the commentators, you know, Michael Cole, Triple H, Stephanie, everybody, the vigilante Sting. Oh, look, it's the vigilante Sting. Will the vigilante Sting answer? Shut the fuck up. Just call him goddamn Sting. Why does he have to have a fucking nickname? God almighty. Like, everybody in this company has to have a fucking nickname. You know, Seth Rollins has to be the architect.
Oh, my God.
Dean Ambrose has to be the lunatic fringe. It's like, can we call them by their fucking names? That's it? God almighty. Fucking hate this company.
Hey.
But anyway.
They're making Sting like Batman. He's a vigilante.
Well, let's talk about this real quick because we got some other shit to talk about. Sting tonight basically made an appearance, or I don't even know if it's really him or not, but it was tight regardless. The lights went out, and, you know, there was like a video playing of like Triple H talking about, you know, Sting, and you know, it said Triple H in dark, and like different spots in the arena, it'll be like the light and shit, and Triple H looking around, and out of nowhere, somebody that looked dressed up like Sting, or it could have been Sting, probably dressed up like Sting, showed up in the ring. Triple H fell down, and it said accept. So it's going down, and I think these guys will have a hell of a match at WrestleMania too.
Yeah. Well, if you think you're gonna have a match at WrestleMania, then we'll see. I like that whole thing. Fuck night going off crazy. You hear the fucking bird chirping, or not chirping, whatever.
It's
I guess it's a crow, you know, because crow. You know, it's basically seems based on the crow, put it that way. And you see a fucking light appearing out of nowhere, like a light pointing with the raptor, one light pointing at the entrance of a section. It's almost like saying where skits that usually work at Staples Center. You know, and then you see a guy dressed up like Sting coming to the ring, and you see all these fucking mind games. I love it. You know, it's fucking awesome. I just wish it was like he's doing this shit against the Undertaker or Bray Wyatt, and now will be more awesome. But yeah, Sting doing the mind games is freaking awesome, and it was a great segment. I loved it. That was the highlight of the night right there. Outside the fucking Seth Rollins bullshit.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. You know, Fastlane, we're gonna get Sting actually coming out and talking with Triple H instead of just being silent. So, you know, I think this is what we all expected. Sting, Triple H, WrestleMania should be good. I'm not expecting, you know, a 5-star classic. I'm not expecting an Undertaker Shawn Michaels match. So I think it'll be good either way.
Yeah, and when I saw Sting, the light pointing to the Raptors, I was like, oh shit, that's Sting. Fucking, I was thinking WCW again. The fucking baseball bat and all that shit is gonna come down again, but fortunately, no.
Yeah, man, it was awesome as usual. Our boy doing work over there. Sting's definitely doing work right now. Since back in the days, you know. I want to tell a story. I think we were having a story line no, I'm not going to share that story. That's something I'm going to keep to myself. But we're right back. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk some NXT, ROH, some other shit. Be right back.
Hey guys, this is Pikachu, and I'm challenging Wrestling Heads Radio to a Pokemon battle. Boom, baby.
My name is Red Swan, and we're at PWG. But you are now listening to the Wrestlehead Radio.
Shout out to Swan. Shout out to Miss Sue Young. But NXT Talk's coming up in a minute. New Japan Pro Wrestling is definitely going down too. We're going to talk about some New Japan too. Big matchup tomorrow. We got the Time Splitters going against Red Dragon, going against the Bucks for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Titles. They're not heavyweight. IWGP Junior Tag Titles. So it's going down. NXT though, Rivals, it's going down. I'm excited. You're excited. Your mom's excited. Your dad's excited who doesn't even watch wrestling. Every fucking wrestling fan in the world should be excited. What a fucking, like, the booking's ridiculous right now.
Yep.
Before we go down the card, guys, give us your thoughts on this pay-per-view and tell us how excited you are, or what are you guys looking forward to?
Well, the match I'm looking forward to is, like, out of the whole night, it's probably Adrian Neville against Finn Balor. I just think that they're going to put up one hell of a match, and it feels like there's going to be a reason to it, which there is. It's the winner's going to become a number contender for the NXT title. They're going to go all out bananas, so that's how I feel that's the match of the night. Also want to see if Solomon Crow will debut. We don't know that. I know you've seen his little hacking shit around during those last two episodes of NXT, but interesting to see if we're going to see Solomon Crow actually appear. And also, I'm interested to see what's going to be happening with Sami Zayn. Like, it's just been reported that, you know, he's going to be written off. So does that mean is Sting's going to win the title, or is Sting's going to do something? Well, I think Kevin Owens, is he going to win the title?
Call Sting. You can call him Kevin Sting.
I might as well call Daniel Bryan Johnson.
Fuck
it. All right, well, yeah, either that, he wins the title, or he does something that takes out Sami Zayn. Who knows? There's going to be a lot of questions going on. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm going to give our predictions when we get our predictions after what Tom has to say about this NXT rival show.
Yeah, I'm always pumped for the NXT Live specials ever since WWE had their first one back in May of last year, I believe it was, the NXT Arrival. Ever since then, every live special that they've had has been awesome, fun to watch. You've got some great matches from it, and this one's going to be no different. I'm looking forward to seeing the first of probably many matches between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens in the WWE. It's like Kevin Owens said to Sami Zayn in NXT. He said it to him when they were both in Ring of Honor together, PWG. They're destined to do it forever. And I think that it's true. No matter where these guys go, they're going to kick the shit out of each other. So I expect this to be a good match, but I don't expect it to be the end of the feud. They're probably going to have crazy matches like they've always had. And, of course, looking forward to Finn Balor, Adrian Neville. They're going to go out there and kill it. The Fatal 4-Way for the Divas title, the women's title. They're not divas, they're women. That's going to be an excellent match. All four women out there are going to go out and shine and put on a hell of a match. So I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and then, like Oscar said, Solomon Crow probably making his debut. Extremely happy for that. It's been a long time coming. Sami Callihan, Solomon Crow, whatever you would like to call him. It's been a long journey for him just to debut on NXT, so it's finally happening. Very talented guy, so hopefully we see something interesting with him. I'm looking forward to it. And even the undercard matches that they have, like the Baron Corbin Bull Dempsey thing, I don't mind that. I think it should be good, and it's a good way to put over Baron Corbin.
Yeah, man. I'm with you guys. Looking forward to everything. How about we share our predictions and let's talk about that no disqualification match, that Baron Corbin Bull Dempsey matchup. For those that do not know, these two right now, well, now Bull Dempsey, I think he has a loss now, but both of them were undefeated for a while, and they were like job guys on the Quickness Weekly, and like they would like, watch each other's matches, competition type of thing, and Bull Dempsey basically got involved in Baron Corbin's match against Adrian Neville. So this is going to be a no disqualification match, Baron Corbin and Bull Dempsey going into this Rivals NXT Takeover, which is definitely a rival. So it makes sense for these two to go at it. If I had to choose a winner of this match, I'm picking Baron Corbin for sure to win this one, and I think it's going to be a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, I want to say Baron Corbin's going to win this match, but I don't know. I just getting something in my head that Bull Dempsey is going to win this match. I just got this thing in my head because they already wrestled twice already, and Baron Corbin beat him twice and pretty much squashed him. But I just don't know. I just got the thing in my head that, Bull Dempsey's going to beat him. It's going to be a no DQ match. Something's going to happen. Maybe he'll do a fast one on him and he beats him. I don't know. And I just got this feeling in my head that Bull Dempsey's going to win this one. I'm sorry, Mysterious Mexican, I know you're listening. I know you're a Baron Corbin fan, but he's your quick one down.
Go ahead, Tom.
I don't see Bull Dempsey winning that match at all. It is pretty obvious that WWE is building up Baron Corbin as the next big thing down in NXT. I think Bull Dempsey gets in more offense. That's why I think they made a no DQ match, is that, you know, these two are going to go and slug it out. But as they're building Baron Corbin up to be a serious contender for that NXT title for whoever's holding it at the time when he gets a shot. So there's no doubt in my mind I see Baron Corbin winning this.
Yeah, just letting you guys know, I just put Matt on. Matt's gonna join us with his predictions. You wanna join? You wanna share your predictions with the Bull Dempsey, Baron Corbin match? No disqualification.
Bull, Bull. Oh God.
The best thing that I've seen with Bull Dempsey so far is in one of the newest Botchamanias. They had one of Bull Dempsey's promos where he goes, Bull, 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 and then they cut to the Royal Rumble where the fans started chanting, bullshit, bullshit. That's the use of Bull Dempsey so far. But go ahead,
I was hoping it was going to be an Iron Sheik. Fucking bullshit. Oh man.
So what do you think? Do you think Baron Corbin is being built up as this next? I mean, I think he's being built up as like the next big thing in the company. I could be wrong.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's like. I wouldn't say that. I'd say the next Ryback, but not a failure.
Well, I would say let's hope so. I mean, Baron Corbin is a big guy, but he doesn't look like, you know, he's been playing with any needles as of late.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, let's move on. I think we all think Baron Corbin might go over, even though Oscar.
Except for Oscar.
We're a little worried about Bull Dempsey.
Except for Oscar, so.
What?
No, I said you're the only one that thinks Bull Dempsey's gonna win. So.
Well, I know, but I want to say Corbin, but I just think Dempsey. But
I think Bull Dempsey needs to get rid of that singlet. That's all I know.
Bull Dempsey needs to be repackaged in general.
Yeah. I was hearing some things that he was going to get repackaged after this matchup.
We'll definitely see what happens with Bull Dempsey and Baron Corbin. Let's move on to the next match. We're going to take another call in a minute. Nathan, we'll put you on in a few seconds, bro. Yeah, next match. You know, fuck it. Let's put Nathan on with us. Fuck it. Nathan.
Hey, what's up?
What
Nathan, man?
How's it going, guys?
Good, man.
Man. I figured I'd call in and talk some NXT because I can't remember. I think we touched on it last night on Eyes on the Ring, but we kind of just like glazed over it because we were talking too much about Raw and WWE and stuff like that. So
you glazed over it like a nice cinnamon bun.
Yeah. Indeed.
So, Nate, you want to share your thoughts on who you think is going to win that Bull Dempsey Baron Corbin match before we move on?
I'm going for Baron Corbin. I don't care about Bull Dempsey. He looks like a slob, and I think Baron Corbin has a better upside. So.
Yeah. Plus, the fans are definitely behind Corbin, you know, counting, you know, while he's in the middle of the ring, doing his thing. I don't think it's going to be happening at Rival, but Corbin definitely has that look. But let's go on to the next match. We have Hideo Itami going against Tyler Breeze. That's going to happen. I think it's the second time these guys are going to face each other. I'm just going to go ahead and pick my boy, Hideo Itami, getting his W. Sorry, Breeze.
Yeah, Hideo Itami's winning it. No way Breeze is going to beat Hideo Itami. I'm sorry. I don't want to see a squash match, though, but it's going to be a good match.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Hideo Itami as well. And I think it's kind of weird because I want to see both of these guys getting pushed because both of them have a ton of talent and deserve to be in the main event of NXT. But it's a nice little undercard match, and I'm sure down the line both of them will be fine, whether, still in NXT or on the main roster. But before I let everyone else continue, I have a question for all of you. Is Hideo Itami going to finally hit the GTS at NXT Rival?
Fuck.
No.
A good one.
I think he should.
No. If he does, it puts Breeze out, I think.
Yeah.
Like as part of his gimmick, maybe even for a repackage. I don't know. Like that's got to be a big deal if he hits it, I think.
Yeah.
I don't see it either.
Tom, I think you have a better chance of looking at Seth Rollins' cock in the next 5 minutes than you see Hideo.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
I've seen that enough today.
This Wednesday.
God damn it.
Oh man.
I don't know. I thought it was so interesting that when they first teased the go to sleep at the last NXT special, I didn't expect that, and they've been teasing it ever since. But eventually,
he might tease it again.
Yeah, I think we might see it again. But I mean, the day he's going to hit that GTS eventually, maybe it'll be finally if he gets the NXT title shot or he's in a number one contenders match or something like that. But when he hits it, that crowd is going to go insane, and so is Twitter. I mean, everyone's going to lose their minds.
I'm going to disagree with you guys, and I'm going to go with Tyler Breeze. I feel like with Hideo winning the match in the number one contenders tournament, I feel like Breeze is going to take this one.
Interesting. What about you, Nathan?
I got Hideo. Tyler Breeze has gotten his opportunity to do some stuff, but I just think it's going to be Hideo because he's on the rise, and Tyler Breeze has been there long enough to where he could go to the main roster at any time, and Hideo hasn't been there long enough to really do anything, so I think he needs to win this in order to gain some momentum, and it depends what they want to do with him going forward. So
I think Vince said about Cesaro that he doesn't connect. I don't know, man. I feel like Hideo doesn't connect that well with the audience.
I don't know. I think Hideo Itami is still adjusting. He's getting better at learning English. I mean, obviously, the hardcore fans know who he is and are going to cheer for him regardless. But to get him over with the casual fans, I don't know. I have this feeling that a lot of Hideo Itami's run on the main roster is going to be him as a heel. I don't see him being a face when he's bumped up there. I don't know, and I think he's kind of better suited as a heel. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want to see him as the stereotypical Japanese evil, American sucks kind of heel. I want him to be what he was as Kenta, which is just a badass who kicks the shit out of everybody and gives no fucks.
I think he'll end up being what the WWE planned for Tensai to be.
Yeah.
I still don't know what they planned Tensai to be, but that's just me.
I think they plan him to be a bona fide main eventer.
Yeah, but then I don't know. It was just weird. They threw him with Cena right away, and then it just.
I think that's
everything.
why I thought that he was going to be a main eventer personally.
Yeah,
No, they could have done it, but I'm just like, I've never been a fan of guys like that get pushed, and then the way you push them is to have them feud with Cena. But
Yes.
we're not talking WWE, right? Or we're not talking main shows right now, so I don't mean to get on that tangent, but I'm just saying I don't think Tensai was ever meant to be taken seriously because I never took him seriously. I mean, maybe the first night, but that was it.
Yeah.
Because then he immediately got buried by...
If he was booked properly, I mean, he had a huge... I'm pretty sure that Tensai was the last person to beat John Cena one-on-one on Monday Night Raw. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's
you
the
may
last
be right.
time John Cena lost.
You might be right about that.
That is something that we will... That is something...
When I saw Tensai beat Cena one-on-one, I popped huge. I mean, it was a clean victory. There wasn't a DQ or count-out or anything. You know, he sprayed the mist and did the Baldo bomb. I was popping. It was big. It looked like he was going to be a big threat, like he was in Japan as Giant Bernard.
Yeah.
He was great over there. Him and Carl Anderson, great tag team. But you know, things happen, and
real quick though, I know we kind of ran out of time, guys. I know this is a good conversation we got going on right now, but let's finish up with this roster. I mean, not roster, but the card. NXT tag titles. You got the champs Murphy and Blake going against Sin Cara and Kalisto. I don't know. I really don't care for neither one of these tag teams, to be honest. But if I had to pick a team to win, it'd probably be Sin Cara and Kalisto.
You are crazy. I don't think that's going to happen. It's going to be Murphy and Blake, because that crowd loves them. They believe in them. For some reason, they like to chant, "You deserve it." And
they also like to chant Lucha.
Yeah, but Lucha is going to the main roster, so yeah.
Tom?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Blake and Murphy. I was surprised they won the titles. It was a good surprise, though. I like that they won it kind of out of nowhere. I like that sometimes to do with tag teams. I'm getting more impressed by them. But I think they're going to win at Rival, but I feel like they're eventually going to drop the titles to the Vaudevillains.
Yes. Where's the yes button when you need it?
Yeah. Either that, or I don't know what they're doing with Enzo and Big Cass. They could drop the titles to them.
How you doing?
I think, honestly, Enzo and Big Cass and the Vaudevillains are established tag teams. You should just leave the belts on Blake and Murphy and just build them up.
Yeah.
I mean,
you got,
who knows?
Matt, so who'd you pick?
I'm going to go with Bam, Buddy and Murphy. Or Buddy and Murphy? Yeah, is that right?
Just call him Murphy and Blake now.
I thought it was, screw it. Whatever, yeah, the tag team champions are retaining. There.
And Nathan?
I'm going with Blake and Murphy. There's no reason for Sin Cara and Kalisto to win them back. I'm almost wondering if they should have waited for Blake and Murphy to win the titles at the special itself, but because that way it would have been a little bit more of a surprise. But either way, I mean, I don't see Blake and Murphy losing the titles back so soon because they just won them, and it would accomplish nothing.
I kind of disagree with you saying it would have been more of a surprise at the show. I think it would have been more of a surprise the way it happened.
Well, I'm just saying it would have been because there would have been no spoilers.
I guess that's a fair point. True enough.
Next matchup, 4-way for the NXT Women's Championship. You got Bailey versus Becky Lynch versus the gorgeous turned to tough Sasha versus Charlotte. I'm going for Sasha. Your new NXT Women's Champ is going to happen. I just want to say right now, I've said it plenty of times, she is the most improved NXT wrestler last year, hands down. So I'm going to go ahead and have you guys pick your pick.
Well, Skid, you have a better chance to stare at Fonz's cock than you see fucking out with the title. But
will you fucking stop with that? Jesus.
Why are you talking about cock?
I got a better one. Guys,
what show did I call into?
I got a better one, guys. Tonight, you have a better chance of paying $9.99 for the WWE Network. There we go. Done.
All right.
Hey, Nathan, I apologize for the those comments over there with the, I don't want to say that word, but Sasha Banks is definitely your next champ.
Here, I just want to put a laugh there. But no, Sasha ain't walking title. I'm still going for the champ, Charlotte. She's still walking out NXT Women's Champion. I don't think she's going to go to the main roster soon. I think she'll do one more takeover, and then that's when she drops the title.
You're ridiculous.
All right. I mean, I'm looking forward to this match. I mean, a good fatal four-way match with four talented women's wrestlers, not divas. It's going to be good. All four of these women can go out there and get it done. But I am going to go with the brand new NXT Women's Champion in Bayley. I think Bayley finally gets the title. She's kind of been, everyone's going for Sasha Banks or Becky Lynch. I think Bayley steals one here.
And I'm glad you brought up that other name. I'm going with Becky Lynch. I feel like I always think of after the shows, and I don't know, I guess it's the business standpoint that I have now, but I feel like Becky and Sasha have a feud going after Takeover for a couple months leading into the next one, maybe a one-on-one between the two. You put Charlotte up and you can do whatever with Bayley.
I'm going with it's either going to be Sasha or it'll be Bayley. I don't think Charlotte will retain because I think they're going to call her up to the main roster quite soon. I don't see Becky Lynch being the winner either because they haven't done that much with her outside of her being with Sasha. I mean, she could win or turn her back on Sasha and then she could surprise win the title. But either way, I'm going for Sasha, but if Bayley wins, I'd be fine with that too.
Sasha
See, this is what I like about NXT. I can't remember the last
time. Sasha got a new shirt today, too.
I can't remember the last time we talked about a match where everybody had a different opinion, basically. Nobody knows anybody could win this matchup. There's not a clear-cut
Bayley and Sasha got new shirts today.
All I got to say, we're going to see the boss walk out as a champ. Next matchup, Finn Balor versus Adrian Neville, number one contender matchup for the NXT Championship. I'm gonna go with Finn Balor. The dude is super on fire right now over there in NXT, and the T-shirt sales is like ridiculous. So I'm gonna go with Finn Balor.
Well, Skits, I'm gonna disagree. I'm going with Adrian Neville because I feel like he's getting involved in a way with the Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. He got involved, a few weeks ago, but now with this whole lengthy feud they're doing, why not make the next takeover a triple threat match for the NXT title with Adrian Neville, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens? So I'm just going with Neville on this, and yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that. Yeah, I'm definitely going with Adrian Neville as well. I'm in the same scenario as off here.
I'm going to go with Finn Balor. The reason I'm going with him is because I think he's getting pushed straight to the moon in that company. But I think Adrian Neville, I think he's going to get kind of in this storyline, kind of like what Okada is going through in New Japan, where he lost the title and he couldn't get it back, and now I think he's going to go on a dissension, and he's going to start losing, and he's going to, start trying to climb back up, but he can't get back up there. And I don't know what it'll lead to, if it'll lead to him turning heel or leaving or doing whatever, but I kind of see a dissension happening for Neville.
And Nathan.
Yeah, I'm really torn on this. I mean, my brain says Neville, my heart says Balor, but I'm going to go with Balor just because that way you get something fresh, and even whoever wins between Steen and Zayn, Owens versus Balor would be awesome. And so would Zayn versus Balor. So I'm going with Balor.
Definitely. And our main event, grudge match for the NXT title. This match happened a while back in Ring of Honor when it was Kevin Steen versus El Generico. And now in NXT we have Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. I'm going to go with a no decision matchup right here. Sami Zayn still your champ.
Fuck. I mean, what was that Lucha Underground? People are saying that they're hearing that Kevin Owens is going to walk out with the title. But I'm going to disagree with those people. I think Sami Zayn's going to win. But Kevin Owens will do something stupid, like he'll, get a fucking crowbar and beat the shit out of Sami Zayn or something. He's going to do something to take him out, and he's going to be written off for a couple weeks out of NXT. But that's how I see it. And then that's when Adrian Neville, with my prediction of when he's going to get involved, and then we're going to see Owens and Neville go at it for the next couple weeks. That's what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, I'm really torn on this one. I mean, there's like 100 possibilities that are going through my head. I think that Owens could walk out because Sami Zayn's going over to Dubai, I think, later this week to do some live touring with the main roster. So at that point, would he still be champion if, he gets taken out and beaten? Or, like Oscar said, does he get taken out after the match? I don't know. I'm going to go with Kevin Owens. I think Kevin Owens, he makes a big impact, takes the title away from Sami.
Yep, I'm definitely agreeing with you. I read that stuff earlier, too, about Zayn possibly not even being at the TV tapings Friday or Thursday, and it made me think Kevin Owens is walking out with the title as well. It would make sense because that's all Owens wanted, and he got right in Sami Zayn's head for it. So, I mean, I don't know.
Nathan?
I'm going to go with Owens. I'm torn on this match too, but I'm just going to go with Owens because Zayn's been down in developmental for a long time. He doesn't need the title that long, and I think having him, as long as he's got the title, it means that he's going to stay down in developmental. He doesn't need to be down in developmental, so have him lose the title, have Owens carry it, and then have Zayn up on the main roster.
Yeah.
They could.
Go ahead, Nathan.
They could do a rematch after Owens wins it, and then Zayn could easily go up. But that's just the way I see it. Is Zayn's been in developmental forever, it seems.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this, and taking the title off of Sami Zayn so quick, it kind of makes sense in the fact that Sami Zayn fought for so long to get this NXT title. You know, he fought for years to try and get this title. And he wins it, and on the same night, you know, his best friend Kevin Owens debuts and wins his debut match, but then turns on him and completely annihilates him. And all that he's worked for is now completely shattered because his best friend came in and turned on him. So you have to build up Kevin Owens like a complete and utter monster, and that's what it's looking like. So I don't know. I think whatever happens, it's gonna be a fucking awesome match. And I think Sami Zayn got a new shirt as well, and that shirt looks fucking awesome. It may be the first WWE shirt I might buy in the last 10, 15 years.
All I know, ladies and gentlemen, we have 9 minutes here on the show. I just encourage everybody to go ahead and use that free month on the WWE Network and watch some good wrestling Wednesday. NXT Takeover Rivals. It's going down. Real quick, just want to throw out, there's been an updated match at 13th anniversary. BJ Wilmer will be going against Roderick Strong. Sure, we'll talk about that on Friday. And New Japan Pro Wrestling is definitely going down this week too. Be sure to watch that. The Bucks going against Red Dragon, going against the Time Splitters. Also, Tanahashi going against AJ Styles for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. I have the whole fucking card here, but we really don't have time to talk about it. Be sure to listen tomorrow, I believe, or is it Wednesday, Matt? Tommaso Ciampa's going to be on here?
It is Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern, the Indie Power Rankings Tag Team Top 5 reveal.
And Chris Hero.
And Chris Hero, I believe he will be on the Indie Power Rankings reveal show that's on Still in the Void Radio Network tomorrow, I believe at 3 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to have an IWA Mid-South Heartbreak Hype show tomorrow as well. Just everybody's going to be on, including Ian Rotten. So you're going to want to tune in for that, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Definitely. Sunday, Eyes on the Ring. Talk to us, Nathan.
Yeah, you can. I have no idea what we're talking about this Sunday. Probably WWE, some whatever happens at Takeover, some ROH 13th anniversary show news, which I will be at in Vegas. But for all the information, well, you can follow me at Headliner5 on Twitter. You can follow or go to eyesonthering.blogspot.com. That's all the articles that the entire team writes. Follow at Eyes on the Ring, of course, at Elite Podcast Network. And then, I don't have to plug the channel because that's the one we're on right now. So, but yeah, I'm not sure completely what we'll be talking about on Sunday, but it should be a good time. It's usually not up to me what we talk about. But I just go with whatever and then chime in with whatever I can. So hopefully we don't talk WWE too long because I'd rather talk about anything but WWE, but that's just me.
Even TNA?
No. Okay. Fuck TNA. I'd rather talk about WWE than TNA. I forgot they even exist because they don't exist in my world.
Definitely. You want to give out your Twitter, Matt?
Yeah, I just want to throw out a quick plug. Check out the interview that we just threw out on YouTube with Rhino. It's about 15 minutes long. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, follow us at Weekly W Podcast. Follow the Elite Podcast Network at Elite Podcast Net. And pretty much it. Just keep following the Elite Podcast Network and what we're doing.
Go ahead, Tom.
Yep, you can follow me on Twitter @ToTweetMe. That's the only social media I have. Follow me there. That's all I got. But be sure to check out all the other shows on the Elite Podcast Network. Nobody is touching what we're doing. We got all the shows 7 days a week. Even when we're not on, go back and listen to some of the old shows. I recommend listening back to Ethan Page's interview last week on the Indie Power Rankings top 5 tag team reveal. Great interview there, always, because Ethan Page is one of the nicest guys and has been on here. He's been everywhere. He supports us, and we're going to keep supporting what the guy does. And, yeah, just keep on supporting your local indie shows and, check out some new ones if you haven't.
Definitely. Oscar.
Yes, you people can follow me at Sinister632 on Twitter, Instagram, Google+. You can follow me there. Check out WrestlingHeads.com. Check out Lucha Underground. It's been getting better and better. I was in the tapings on April. And started last weekend, and this episode is on April, and I'm just telling you right now, April is going to be fucking awesome. So, yeah, and all you East Coast guys, Tom and Nathan, TNA is just around the corner. You can go to TNA show.
No, I encourage you guys not to.
Yeah, how about I don't go and say I didn't go?
I'd rather watch a wall with wet paint and watch the paint dry.
Listen, I'm gonna tell this. TNA they tape down in New York City, which isn't too far from me. I can get to New York City in less than an hour. But once the snow clears out of the Northeast, because I don't like traveling too far with all the snow. I hate the fucking cold. Fuck the winter in the Northeast in Canada.
Yes.
And suck a dick. But I'm going to be probably traveling. I want to go to Season Beyond Wrestling. It's only less than 3 hours from me. I got to go see it.
And, guys, you guys can also follow me at WH Skits and follow Wrestling Heads. Also, subscribe us on YouTube, youtube.com/WrestlingHeads. Go back to our old channel if you listen to some old shows, blogtalkradio.com/WrestlingHeadsRadio. And everybody here on the Elite Podcast Network saw. And we're out, guys. We got 2 minutes left on the show. And thanks for everybody that called up today. We had fun. Into Friday. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, hold on. Real quick. I just want I do this before we go out. Seth Rollins, if you're listening.
Well, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Fucking shit.
I'm out of here.
Oh, my God.